This is the Love Works podcast. We are your hosts, Calvin
and Patrice.
We are so glad you're here for episode 4. Today, if you're watching this video is for you. If you are chasing a happy marriage, and why chasing a happy marriage is the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do.
What you need instead of happy?
You need a healthy marriage.
Healthy over happy.
Healthy. And so this episode, we will share with you what healthy looks like.
And if you're healthy, you can be happy.
Absolutely. All right. So let's share the story or the moment where this concept of a healthy marriage made sense. I attended a church. We met at a church. So I guess we got to start about that. Talk about that. So how we met. We met at this church that we were that she was attending while I was in college, and I came back, ended up being there, and that's how we met. My sister-in-law introduced me to Patrice, and from there we hit. Now, I crushed on my wife for a long time, long time, and so it was nothing when I found out she liked me. I was like, shoot, say less. You feel me? That's what I've been looking for.
Little cute Calvin.
You feel me? Yeah. So that's how we got together. So we're at this church. Before we get there, I will set the stage. I'm going to ask you this because you would know better than I would. Before I got there, before I came back, you were there for what reason? Why did you end up going to that church?
We'll go all the way back to the first time I came to that church.
Okay.
My little sister called me, and she was bragging on this church. She was talking about how amazing this church was, how much the pastor loved his wife, and he's so relatable, and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, one thing about my sister, she did not brag on any church. So she's bragging. I got to see what this place is all about.
Say less.
So I go to church, and the funny thing about the very first time, I came to that church, the pastor, 2 things stood out.
Okay.
One, he said Calvin works about 5 times. And he kept talking about he loved his wife. And I was like, oh my God, he loves his wife so much. I wish I could I would love to have somebody love me like that.
Yeah.
That stood out. And I was like, he loved him some Calvin Works, whoever he is.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean.
Number one stunner.
For real.
What? Let me stop.
He kept talking about Calvin Works.
Yeah.
And I was like, he loved that. I was like, wait, that is the coolest last name, though.
I'm trying to tell you.
Let it go. I never thought about it no more after that day. But, and I didn't meet you for years after that.
I know it was years.
It was a couple years after.
Okay.
It was a couple years after. Yeah. 2 years after.
Okay.
You were one of the college kids. So I wouldn't have known you. I wouldn't have thought twice about you. Because, I just had heard your name. But, I came to that church because of my sister.
Okay.
And I ended up falling in love with the church initially.
And so what made you fall in love with the church at that time?
At that time, it just felt like a sense of family. I felt like I finally found a place where I belonged.
Okay.
I felt like I wasn't just that girl with the kids.
Okay.
I felt like I wasn't attached to anyone else. Like because of a boyfriend or something going to church. It was just, I finally felt like I was a part of something.
Got it.
I've been dealing with church hurt my entire life. From young childhood, I remember going to church with my parents, and I remember how bad they treated us. My parents had 5 kids, and they treated us as we were always less than.
Okay.
That's the first time I feel like I remember feeling less than.
Yeah.
We were dirty. We were poor. Nobody likes to be around us. That's how I felt as a child.
As a child.
Did anyone say that to us? No. I just remember the older people in church, just treating us kind of mean. So I kind of was church hurt, even from being back then. Like, I never liked going, on Christmas and Easter's because, they going to talk about you if you go in there and you dressed up. Because that's what they do. CMB Christmases, Christmas, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
But that's, So growing up, we didn't really attend church because of how we were treated as young people.
And so now you're at this church and you're
not experiencing that. I felt like I belonged.
That.
I didn't feel that.
Okay. So I come home. To see my mom in a while. I'm trying to move to Atlanta at this point in my life, and of course, while I'm home, I go visit, go to the church that I always been a member of.
Yeah.
And guess who I see? I'm talking about this fine thing here. Lord have mercy.
I'm just oblivious.
Let's take a moment.
You are so silly. Don't take a moment on here.
Oh my God. When I saw y'all, Lord, there goes my baby.
Oh, ooh.
Come on now.
Okay, come on.
So, and within that time frame, we start communicating.
Not quite yet.
No. You're right. Absolutely. You're right.
Because I'm going to tell you, I used to come faithfully.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I went to Sunday school, but I came to church every Sunday, and I worked a lot. And I made sure I was at Bible study. I always made sure I got off work to a Bible study. So one day I come to Bible study. Now, I saw you, but I really didn't pay attention to you. Yeah. So the first time I can say I physically saw him, like you see somebody walking past.
Yeah.
But to actually see him, I came in Bible study. I'm sitting in the back of the church. He got his arm around his mom and his aunt sitting in front of me. And I was like, oh, my God. Would you look at the wingspan on this dude? Like,
strong back.
This dude really could protect me. Oh, my God. Look at this wingspan. And the funny thing is, I told someone that story years later. And she was like, you do realize angels have wingspans. I was like, yeah.
I'm your angel.
She said, you realize angels are here to protect us. I said, this big black nigga, my angel. Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
But that was the first time I can truly say, like, whoa, like, dang.
Yeah.
Look at little Calvin.
Yeah.
And I remember my sister was like, hey, how was church today? I don't know.
Well,
I was looking at young Calvin. I don't know. I guess it was all right. He was looking good.
Oh, shoot.
Had me lusting in church after that.
That is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. When my sister-in-law hit me up and said, hey, you think about dating somebody older? So we have a 9-year gap between us.
Yeah.
And so when she said, I said, who? She was like, my sister Patrice. Man, I jumped off that chair on the couch dancing. My brother looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I said, boy, I'm in there. I couldn't.
I was angry at my sister.
I was so excited.
Because why did you call that young man? Like, he fine. That's all it's supposed to be. I can look at the young man, but I don't date younger. You tripping.
Man.
Why you tell him I thought he was fine?
I've been crushing on her
But what'd he
since.
say, though?
I've been crushing on her since. Man.
You said she was about 15, 16.
Yeah.
You know, Letterman's jacket.
Wearing my Letterman's jacket to get my hair cut. I'm driving to get my hair cut. Dang. I remember.
So you had to be about 16.
Man, I've been crushing her for a minute. So, long story short.
I'm 25, didn't know who the heck he was. I wasn't be looking.
Long story short.
Yeah.
We get together. We are engaged. Mm-hmm. And what you felt with that church changed.
Yeah.
And so talk to our viewers about that.
Okay. So I think the church started changing towards me when I started dating him. Calvin, you can kind of tell, was the little golden boy. You can kind of tell that because even when I first got to that church, how that pastor kept raving about you.
Yeah.
So I heard your name way before I met you.
Yeah.
And I just remember the people at church were low-key kind of mean about it. Like, I remember we went out with a couple of your friends, and we had went to some event in Chicago, and a young lady came behind me. She was like, hey, excuse me. I was like, yeah. She was like, so he dumped the older lady, huh? He dumped the older lady? Yeah, he was dating the older lady before you. I think that's me. I'm so sorry. It's okay. She was like, the church made it sound like you were so old. Thank you, church. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. So you could tell, like, the church was dogging me for dating this younger man.
Yeah. It went from her having a good experience to a bad experience.
Real bad. And it got worse and worse over time. It wasn't just that one thing. Because that one thing made me laugh. I was like, girl, it's me. I'm the older one.
Yeah.
But that made me laugh. But just over time, I just started getting treated a little bit differently.
Yeah. And
I wasn't good enough.
And going to the point we talking about the golden boy. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of college.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
I am a deacon. I'm the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
I am a teacher. I'm like I'm involved in my church.
Yeah.
And what at that point, in my mind, I'm thinking everything is good. And then the more I got more involved in my church, the less my wife was there with me. And, I'd be like, hey, I need you to come, blah, blah, blah. And she'd be like, all right, we'll be there. Or they'd never show up. Or if she did come, it was always like...
I was late.
It was, late, just didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about, choosing healthy over happy,
mm-hmm.
for the sake of where God was leading me or where I felt like God was leading me, she wanted me to be happy because I was involved. I was the leader. I was the one that was, young and doing the thing. And, they depended on me for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, at one point, I was the van driver, the drummer, the
teaching Bible study
sometimes.
Sunday school sometimes.
I was Sunday school. Like I was doing all these roles. I was a deacon. So anytime we had a meeting, if someone I was always on a call as if I was the pastor or somewhat. And I was faithful and committed in that. And as a man, I didn't realize that I was more faithful to that church than I was my wife. And what my wife was doing, because she knew the God in me, she felt like I ain't gonna tell him not to go there no more because how I felt or how they treated me. She was just like, do your thing.
Strong. I can handle it.
Do what you gotta do. And that was her trying to make me happy. And in my mind, I didn't realize that I'm doing more damage to my marriage because I would tell her like, hey, I need you to be there today. I need you to be there. I'm bringing her to a place that is triggering her from her past hurt. I'm asking her to come to a place to where she first fell in love with because it was the one place that was different from all the other places she'd been to. And then now it's bringing back old memories and old feelings and old responses because of the responses of immature people that were there and how they made her feel. And as her husband, I was just like, it's, God gonna bless us. God gonna bless us. So I became faithful to that. And my wife was just being what great wives do. She trying to support me and make sure I'm happy because I was happy doing that because of what I believe God was calling me to do and all those good things, right? You okay, babe?
Yeah.
What you thinking about?
I'm getting emotional. I have to say this. Like, I don't know if they're going to pick this clip to go out or whatever, but when you have a person that comes to church and they are consistently late, if you're a pastor or if you don't judge them for coming in there late. You don't know what anxiety they had to fight through
just to
get to the doors of that church.
Yeah.
You don't know how much they had to go through to get their kids ready that don't want to be there because they treat them mean.
Yeah.
You don't know how much somebody has gone through and is going through to try to make it through them doors at church.
Yeah.
So watch how y'all treat people in church.
Please.
Like,
for sure.
The ushers and everything. Like, y'all, if y'all having a bad day,
don't usher them.
Ask to be sat down and don't greet an incoming person that's not very strong in Christ yet because you're going to turn them away. You're going to turn them away from God.
That's right.
You're going to have to be careful of that, and you're going to have to answer to God when it comes down to it because you are turning away all these souls because you're being mean-spirited.
For sure.
I'm sorry. I had to get that out.
No, it's good. That's how we flow.
I had to get that out. I'm sorry.
I saw it in your eyes. You was like...
Listen. Because I used to try so hard to make it to church.
Yeah.
And initially I was late because I'm dragging 4 kids there that don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Because things have happened in their church.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there, so I'm trying to drag them there. They're taking forever to get ready.
Yeah.
And then we get there, and then we're not greeted very friendly because we are late.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing to deal with. And when you have to keep dealing with it and keep dealing with it and keep dealing with it, it's a turnoff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hung in there as long as I could.
Yes.
But as protective as you are over me,
Yeah.
I'm just as protective over you.
Facts.
And when I got to the point where I just was done
Yeah.
with that church,
Yeah.
listen, my husband wanted to get trained, and I'm sorry I'm going to go there,
It's good, baby.
to be a pastor.
Transparent.
We transparent out here in the streets.
Not,
Okay?
I wasn't trying to be trained to be a pastor, but I felt God called me to ministry.
Right.
And I wanted to
He needed
guidance on that.
He
right?
wanted guidance on
Yeah.
there. And the person in charge was like, well, I don't think you're ready. How do you feel like you're ready? Oh, you don't want to answer that? I will. You know how he feel like he ready? Every time y'all have to go do something else that doesn't involve the church, who y'all call but my husband? Who's getting up and driving that church van every Sunday but my husband? Who's doing this, and that, and getting calls and leaving whenever y'all need him to? My husband. My husband moved to Texas for a whole year, and he still got up and made sure he ran Sunday school every Sunday. Who did that? My husband. That's why I had an issue when they wasn't reciprocating that same respect for you.
Yes.
I have an issue with that. That's when I was all the way done.
And
do what you will to me. Don't do that to my husband.
And think about this. For those who are watching.
It made me thirsty.
Yeah, get you some water, babe. It's all right. And I am not paying attention to none of this. Because I'm
all going over his little head.
I'm all over here. Why my head gotta be little?
I'm sorry.
I'm committed to my calling. I'm committed to God, and I'm like, it's gonna work out. And in my mind,
He's just faithful.
I'm just like, I just gonna believe it's gonna work out. It's gonna be cool. And I remember, stuff started happening at the church, to where it was some conflicts, and I got to a place where I was like, how we treat people, I can't handle. And then I remember it was a situation where someone made a comment regarding, well, why come, his family don't come, this, that, and the other. And it came out of nowhere. And that's when I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't put information out there because it would make people look bad at the time, because I was leading our Bible study or preparing for Sunday school. And so that's when I was like, I'm tripping. And I had to apologize to her. Like, I really am sorry that I have allowed what I thought would change over time, what I believe would be like, everything will work itself out. It didn't. And my wife was just wanting me to be happy. And so when we talk about why you shouldn't choose the path of happiness and choose the path of healthy, because happy don't always translate to be happy.
No. I'm trying to make him happy by getting up and going to church. And it was unhealthy because I'm there. And it's almost like what's scary how, man, I was so disconnected.
Man.
I heard and saw not a thing when I was in that church. I am very spiritually sensitive.
Yeah.
Anyone that personally knows me knows that about me. Yeah. So if I have to get to the point where I'm trying to go inside of church, my legs are shaking like a stripper. You hear me? Tighten up.
Not the stripper.
Like a stripper. Going to church.
Why the stripper?
Because they shake, okay?
They legs shake or they butt shake?
All of them shake. Either way, Lord. I'm sitting in the car and I'm shaking, and my anxiety is so off the chain that my husband has to sit there and pray with me so I can get enough to get up and go to that church. Because all I can feel is a dislike for me. Loved him. But to feel that at church is a different type of hurt.
Absolutely.
I got to the point recently where we had went to a church event, and they were a little nasty. They were a little nasty to me.
What's your church event?
We'll talk about it after this.
Okay.
They were a little nasty to me, and it was so bad to where we left, and I told my husband, bury me in my ugly, dirty backyard before you ever bury me at that church. He was like, well, we can't bury you at the church.
Oh, yeah, I remember
I was like,
that.
but you know what I mean. So don't you ever, I don't want my deceased body to even be ever in that church ever again.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely finished with church because of how these people, the church folk, trick people. So then, and it just so happened the next day, he was like, hey, can we try to sell the church out? I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm done with churches. Well, luckily we went, I fell in love with the church, and I realized that everybody's not the same.
You recommended this church.
I recommended it first, but that day I was finished.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but I was trying not to be selfish, and I went to church the next day because it was Father's Day.
That showing up was.
That's the only reason why I went.
Dang. So yeah,
trying to be healthy and happy.
Yeah, healthy. Because we want to explain what healthy is. Healthy is being able to endure the challenges and the frustrations, that the pain, for better or worse, for rich or poor, for sickness and health, to deal with all of that in a way that you choose your person no matter what. And at the time, because I'm immature, at the time I was spiritually immature for sure, I didn't realize I was choosing the church as if that was some honor that God was going to be like, well done, my son, right? You got to say it like that.
He's going to say it like that.
Well done, my son, right?
Okay.
And I was choosing the church and choosing to be the leader. I stepped up because we didn't have that many leaders, especially at my age. It wasn't that many. So I'm like, man,
I respect you for doing the right thing.
That's how I looked at it. In your
heart, you felt like you were doing the right thing.
But then what I realized as I became mature, spiritually mature, the first church I got is my family. Like literally, that's my family. And now that I understand that, she was doing what she could to make me happy. But what it was causing was frustration in the household, and I wouldn't even realize it. So I would come home after church, after I dropped everybody off in the church van, took the church van back to church, got in my car to come home. I would come home, and she in the bed, or ain't no food cooked, and I'm mad. I'm like, you kidding me?
Make the church cook for you.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody chilling in the crib, just relaxing. I'm sitting here like, and I left so early, it was like, I wouldn't bring my daughter Zion. I wouldn't bring her in the morning because it was just too early when I was getting the van. I was getting the van around 6 o'clock in the morning. And so that was us trying to like, all right, let's make each other happy. How do I make her happy? How does she make me happy? So we're trying to figure it out. At the same time, she's losing herself in the process of her trying to make me happy. She's trying her best. Like she said, have high anxiety going to that place. She's trying to make sure everybody together. She's forcing the kids to come to a place that they felt that they received some disrespectful things happen to them. I'm making them trying to come be with me because, hey, what kind of man don't have his family with him at church? That's how I'm looking at it, how I'm thinking.
The church views it like that too.
Right. And so she's not happy because I am bringing her to a place that is causing problems within our family dynamics, all in the name of this is the church and I got to be there. And so when
deacon talk?
Yeah, this is the church. I got to be there. And so what really changed was that there was a shift happening in that church to where the pastor was leaving. There was some people leaving. There was some conflicts going on. And as I'm staying there, I'm realizing, bruh, what in the world am I doing? They don't want me because I'm not the traditional licensed ordained individual. I'm not speaking in a way that they want. I'm speaking kingdom, the government of God, the relationship that we have through the covenant of Jesus Christ. I'm speaking the Bible and how it's interpreted, not what the Baptist church say or the Catholic church say or the First Methodist or the First Baptist or I'm speaking kingdom. Like that's the Bible's about God's kingdom. Like that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
And so they not getting that. And he died. Oh, on the third day.
And he rose. You can't do that. You gotta stop doing that.
And he coming back. I don't do all that. We gotta grow, people. Like we gotta grow and develop and live this life, the Bible in God's ways and through the Bible, right? And so I'm teaching principles. I'm teaching how to be a steward, how to manage, how to be faithful, how to forgive. I'm teaching those principles that we see in the Bible because that's what we're here to do. And then God gets the glory based on us doing it in front of people. So I'm teaching that. That ain't what they want. They don't want that. No, they don't want that. They want and whatever. And whatever,
that
right?
wasn't for you. It's
and so because of what I believe, I was trying to not make her, but I wanted her to, I'm going to use this word, and I think this is the appropriate word to use. Okay. I want her to comply to the ideal of what a family looks like when a man is leading the church, rather than me saying, what's going on? How do we resolve this? And is it important? Is what I believe this should be that important to where my family's struggling? And so once we got to the point where all these things were happening and we found a new home, I never, from that day point, have never made a decision about, even my calling, have made it about me now. Every time I pray about it, Lord, tell Teresa. Because wherever you want us to go, how you want us to do it, we'll do it. But she needs to know because she's a part of this process. That's healthy.
That's healthy.
This is a teamwork, a partnership.
Which can make us both happy.
Yes. And if we are happy, we're going to love doing what we're doing.
Yep.
But if one person, and I know you can talk about compromise, but compromise should not ever be that you get 100% of everything you need and I get nothing. That's not a compromise. A compromise is this works for us because it fits the dynamic of our marriage. It fits the dynamic of our personalities. It aligns with our values, our beliefs, and we can move forward together. I'm not losing anything. Even if I don't like it, I'm not losing nothing.
Right.
I'm not in high anxiety. I ain't taking medication. I ain't stressed. I ain't got a headache. I ain't got nosebleeds. I ain't mad at you. I ain't withholding sex from you because you doing this. That's not a compromise. Healthy is we are at a crossroad. And in order for us to get past this crossroad, how do we both come together to realize what is this for? How is it going to work? And what's the good? How God get the glory out of it? How do we be able to fit in it without any problems?
Right.
That's healthy. And because you come in that approach, everybody's happy.
That's it.
But if you're just looking for happiness, you'll be selfish. You'll definitely be selfish. And I was very selfish and unaware of what was going on. And I apologize
It's
again
okay,
for
because
that.
you weren't purposely selfish.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to blame you for doing what you feel like was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. You got,
So good, baby.
you got it out?
I got it out.
Good. This is
I
therapy.
had a little cry in my throat.
I felt it. This
I'm
is
gonna have
therapy
to push
for
that
us.
back down.
This is definitely
You can't
therapy.
be crying. Hell no podcast crying.
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Didn't mean to go there, but
Yeah. But I'm glad we did.
me too.
I'm glad we
too.
did.
Me too.
Yeah. So long story short, we always say that healthy is literally how you must approach marriage. If you are engaged or you are newlyweds or you've been in this thing for a while, happiness is an idea or emotion that you can create if you started off with a healthy process. And I believe, and we believe, healthy is how do we cross this challenge together, and how do we think of the other person. Like now, I don't make decisions without considering what it would do to my wife or do to my family.
Right.
Now, and, I expect the same thing because healthy is more important. If you're chasing happiness, I'm telling you right now, the moment that person can't give you happiness, you're mad and you go look for happiness somewhere else. The moment that person can't repeat what you feel they should repeat, that makes you happy. And then honestly, if the other person is not getting what they need, that's not happiness. That's selfishness. It's not right.
Right.
It doesn't do the marriage any good.
Right. I agree with that.
Anything you want to add, my love?
No, I don't think I think of. I think you're doing that.
Hey,
handle that.
Thank you. I do feel some kind of way though.
Why?
Because I don't want you to ever feel like that again. And
I won't.
And make sure if I'm lost, talk to me. So
I will talk to you.
Let me know.
I mean, like I said, in that aspect with the whole church thing, I was just trying to make sure you stayed happy.
Yeah.
Which was, I was suffering in the background. I can't sit here and say I was suffering.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't suffering like that. I mean,
you definitely
I
wasn't
had my
suffering.
moments.
Yeah.
But
you wasn't cool
I
about
was
it.
not happy about, I was like, well, if you feel like this is what you want to do, this church you want to be at, like I'm gonna do everything in my power to be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to physically be there.
Yeah.
Mentally, I ain't there.
And I remember one
I'm not there.
One time, there was a minister preaching, and they said something. All I heard you say, and you said it so loud.
Oh.
I was sitting there like,
yeah, I probably did, y'all. I would wear my hair down and put AirPods in. I'm listening to Kelly Price. I know that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I knew Church Home. We are members. I'm not involved, engaged, or doing anything like that. We are members, and it is a great church.
Love it.
Great
you
word.
feel God all up and through that place.
Yeah. And when we want to sit I'm talking about way up there, we can sit way up there and get the word. That's what we want. We want to be close in all the action, we can get there. But I feel like I need to say this.
Okay.
Church hurt is real.
Yeah.
We use this story to illustrate more about how when you're married, trying to make people happy, how sometimes you lose yourself in trying to do that. Happy does not always equate to healthy,
right.
But healthy can relate or create to happy. So that was a story. It was a real story, transparent. I was not focused on my wife, family. I thought what I was doing was honorable, and it was a blessing for us. At the same time, I didn't realize what she was suffering through. And so once we, talked about it and went through it, I chose to always do things in the right way. We are partners, so we partner in everything we do. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us and what it means for our family. So if you're dealing with church hurt, don't let the church that you experience the hurt in paint the picture that every church is like this. You want to be around a body of believers. You want to be around people who are about God, who are about love, who are about doing the right thing about God's kingdom. You find that place, and you keep looking until you find it. And if you got to move to a different place, do it. If you got to watch it online till you get it, do it. But don't allow your hurt from a church to make you feel like
they're all the same. Because we are all imperfect people.
Yes, for sure.
There is not going to be a perfect pastor, a perfect deacon, a perfect first lady. Don't like that term. There is not going to be a perfect, Ain't none of these people, they are all imperfect.
Yep.
You just expect it to be a little bit different going to a place of God. You expect to feel the warmth, and you expect to feel the peace. You expect to feel those things in there, not anger, not, you
That was strong.
That was strong. It felt strong when it came out. You don't expect to feel all those negative, nasty emotions coming into church.
Yeah.
So, that's that.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're glad that you watched this with us. We are grateful for all those who are tuning in. And like Teresa always says, if you done made it this far.
Yes. Subscribe.
Please do so.
Comment.
Please. We need it all. We need it all. Of it. Please.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. We want to keep going. We want to keep sharing. We want to keep adding value to other people. We want to keep serving. This is us. We're authentic. We real. We don't practice a script, nothing. We just
go off the top of the head.
And then we talk about it, and we want to be honest and transparent. So that being said, y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy this. Like she said, like, share, and comment. And we will see you all next week with the next episode.
And guess what?
Tell them.
Love works when
you work it.
When you work it. Have a great night. Mwah.